We wanted to talk to two of the social enterprises that we've worked with at TDI and hear how the canvas has helped them on their journey as an enterprise in the social sector. So first up, we're going to talk to Peter from Ethical Property Australia. Peter, I was wondering if you could tell us how the canvas itself has been helpful in your thinking and growing your new business here in Australia.
Sure. I think the main thing that springs to mind is using the value proposition part of the canvas. So ethical property, effectively we bring organisations who are trying to do good together with investors who want to invest in commercial property and bring those two together to do more good and create spaces that make difference. And we've been doing that in the UK for 15 years or so before I came over here. And I think when I started to use the canvas over here, it was really to say, well, what is our value proposition to both of those parties? So effectively, it's a double-sided model where we're saying we're offering services to tenants, but we're also offering services to investors. And as I started to describe what we did in the UK and continue to do and how we do it, and then through working with TDI, effectively sort of asking questions about that and well, what is the value proposition and what are you actually offering to tenants and investors? I was forced to articulate that more clearly and to ask myself different questions and actually change how we do that slightly to make a clearer value proposition.
I think that's quite common, is the confusion often with a beneficiary and a customer and all of the different aspects that are added complications for a social enterprise, that unless you start to use the canvas or the tool in a certain way, you can get caught up with how does ultimately, what is bringing revenue into the business? And so the value proposition canvas helped you in that separation out of understanding the customers that you served.
Yeah, exactly, and being able to really articulate to people who'd never heard of us over here, well, what is it that you do and why should we consider working with you? So it really enabled me to articulate that very clearly.
Did it also help around, as you could articulate the business itself being able to help you deliver that social outcome that the business wants to create in the world, does it help people, do you think, even in terms of back in the UK, start to feel more comfortable with the fact that this business is going to actually generate money and be a profitable organisation?
Yes, I think so. I mean, I think the businesses in the UK, do that, and so effectively that's sort of proven. But in a way, starting over here, we're having to kind of prove ourselves again, and it's a slightly different operating environment, and so it's enabled me to work out, well, what does the business over here look like, and how's that going to operate and make money and do good, while still sticking true to the principles of what we mean by ethical property. Yeah.
Yes. I think that importance of actually helping social enterprises know that they do not have to shift from or compromise on that social mission is really important and helps people feel more comfortable with engaging with the business model canvas itself, and where some of those conversations that we always start with around intent that sits above your canvas is quite important.
And I think, that we're all trying to do the social, the environmental and the financial,
yes, and
trying to keep those in balance. But no one, if no one's getting paid, the business is going to end up, it's going to close pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So although we try to keep them in balance, the financial always has to be working.
It has to exist.
And the business model canvas definitely helps to make sure that happens. Yeah.